Well, good morning. It's 7 o'clock. I'm Grant Herms.
And I'm Priya Mann. Thanks for joining us for Local 4 News today. I did have to start digging through, looking for the scarves and the gloves and the hats, but I'm very happy to say I don't need them today.
So yeah, I put away the wool jacket that I had this week and took out the lighter one again today, Brian.
Yeah, Grant and Priya, I actually bought a new set of winter gloves the other day in preparation for winter weather, but we're not going to need any of that winter gear, at least for the next few days. We've got plenty of sunshine and warm temperatures on the way as we work into our Saturday. Tower cam from Windsor looking across the river into downtown Detroit. Mainly clear skies overnight last night into early this morning. A comfortable start for everyone if you're heading out the door early. Starting off at 52 right now, City Airport, 44 in Mount Clemens, 50 right now over in Pontiac, 47 at Metro Airport, and 53 as you work into Howell. Compared to where we were this time yesterday morning, we're running anywhere from 10 to upwards of 20 to 25 degrees warmer across most of southeastern Michigan, and that's going to send our highs soaring well into the 70s this afternoon with plenty of sunshine. 40s and 50s early, heading into the 60s by lunchtime before those low 70s this afternoon, but we do have some rain in the 7-day forecast. I'll tell you when the rain moves into your neighborhood coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Brian. None of those major developments in the Oxford High School shooting case. We now know the teen accused of killing 4 students and injuring 7 others is planning to plead guilty to 24 charges against him. Now, if that happens on Monday, the case would not go to trial. Those charges include terrorism, causing death, first-degree murder, and assault with intent to murder. Right now, no deal has been offered and no agreements have been made for his sentencing.
And as for his parents, James and Jennifer Crumbly, they are separately facing 4 counts of involuntary manslaughter in connection to the shooting. Prosecutors claim they neglected their son's deteriorating mental state and set him on the path that led to the shooting. Last week, their attorneys filed appeals with the state Supreme Court to get their case thrown out. Meantime, family and friends in the Oxford community are glad to see the case could be wrapping up, but others believe a trial would have revealed the answers to many questions they still have about what happened that day. Oxford is reacting to the news there likely will be a guilty plea and no trial for the accused Oxford High School shooter.
I think it needs time to get this all over with. You know, I think that's a good thing.
Having to relive this for all of the victims through a trial and having it drawn out for possibly years is not the best case scenario.
Yet so many families want answers about decisions made before the shooting. The lives lost: Justin Schilling, Hannah St. Juliana, Tate Meir, and Madison Baldwin. Oxford parent Lori Bourgeau spoke with our Karen Drew.
My thoughts went to the facts. What are going to happen to the facts? You know, we've been told by the school we don't need an investigation. The facts are going to come out in the trial.
Thursday at Ben Johnson's law offices, we spoke with the mother of Justin Schilling. She believes Oxford is divided and only the facts will unite the community.
It's time to rip the Band-Aid off. You know, I'm broken. I'm grieving. I want to know everything that led up to that day and everything that happened that day.
In our next half an hour, we'll be talking with legal experts for a closer look at the shooter's case. And be sure to stay with Local 4 on Monday. We'll live stream the Crumbly's court hearing on Local 4 Plus during Jason Carr Live.
A Michigan family of 4 still missing at this hour after the dad left a strange 911 call.
The family from Fremont was spotted Monday at a gas station in Manistee in the Upper Peninsula, but the search continues. Our Megan Woods is live with more about this ongoing investigation. Megan?
Grant, Priya, that 911 call gives us insight to what police have been calling paranoid behavior from the father, Tony. And we're also hearing from the gas station manager in the UP who last saw this family on Monday, the day after this bizarre disappearance.
But that's where the trail went cold.
There's a lot of country up there, and you know, we really have no idea of what ties either one would have in that area.
Just after midnight Sunday, Tony Sirigliano called 911 from his home saying he needed to talk to federal agents. He asked for protection.
It is related to September 11th, and people want to erase me from the face of the earth. I'm not crazy.
Police checked on the family later that day. They started searching the next day after Sirigliano's mother-in-law, who has dementia and who the family cared for, was found wandering the neighborhood. By then, the police now know the family had reached the UP, stopping at a BP gas station near Gulliver, west of the Mackinac Bridge and about 300 miles from their home. The gas station manager says the family gassed up, used the bathroom, and that one of the boys asked to use the phone, though he never made a call.
The only reason we paid attention to them is, is because just the boys were a little different, and I thought, I wonder what's wrong, I mean, like, why is he using the phone? No one else is asking, it was just a little odd.
The employee telling reporters they never acted like they were in danger.
They didn't act like they were in any kind of danger or anything like that.
No, no.
Look like a family going on vacation or something like that.
Absolutely, yeah.
She didn't make the connection until she saw Facebook posts about the missing family. Now, surveillance video from her gas station confirms it, showing Tony Sirigliano, his wife Suzette, and their 2 teenage sons.
I was here at 4:30 this morning. I immediately started the footage, and I looked, and I scrolled in on the license plate. It's their license plate. It's definitely them.
Fremont police say nobody has heard from the family since. The question now, do police think the family is still in danger?
I think with the history of, this paranoid behavior, I don't, really know how to answer whether or not they're in the danger question.
On Sunday, after that 911 call, Fremont police say they spent more than 45 minutes at the family's home, making sure everyone was okay, and told them if they needed anything else to call. Other family, they're saying they haven't heard from this family since Sunday, so they are very concerned. If you or anyone that you know has information on this family or what's going on, you're asked to call Fremont police, and that number is 231-924-2400. Back to you.
All right, thanks, Megan. Hopefully somebody finds them all safe very soon. Thank you.
New this morning, the state's Court of Claims delivers a major blow to the Secretary of State just days before the election.
It ruled the new guidelines for poll challengers broke state law. Now, those rules would have required credentials for poll challengers and banned cell phones and electronics from counting places. Well, now the fight is on over counting votes before they're even cast.
The ruling is a blow to Secretary of State Jocelyn Benson, who had worked to change the way challenges and challengers work while votes are being counted. The judge ruling the state's new guidance for Election Day didn't follow proper rulemaking laws and couldn't be enforced. In a response, the Secretary of State's office declining to go on camera, but vowing to keep the case alive, writing in a statement in part, "We will appeal this ruling to provide certainty to all voters, clerks, election workers, and election challengers on how to maintain the peace and order at all voting locations that state law requires and every voter expects and deserves." The Michigan GOP, which brought the lawsuit, also declined to go on camera, instead pointing to a statement from Chair Ron Weiser saying in part the opinion, quote, sends a clear message to Jocelyn Benson and her Democrat cronies that meddling in our elections to their benefit won't be tolerated. The opinion comes as there have been fears of repeat events like the mob of challengers who attempted to stop the count at the then TCF Center on election night 2020, and new reporting over the summer from Michigan that party operatives were working to install party-trained challengers with hotlines to partisan lawyers to help stop the count this year. A legal fight over the votes before they even get cast.
Now, overnight, Secretary Jocelyn Benson filed her appeal. I've got it right here, calling the ruling confusing and inconsistent. She's asking the Court of Appeals to make its ruling by Wednesday afternoon at 3 p.m. This is something we'll be staying on top of.